Hi, I'm Brittany Nosted, and I'm going to be talking to you about the left and right side of the brain. To start, our brain as a whole is divided up into two hemispheres, the left and the right. These two hemispheres communicate to each other through a thick band made up of 1,000,000 nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum, which is Latin for tough body, connects the left and the right cerebral hemispheres. So, to start out with, we're going to talk about the left side of the brain and see what it controls and does. The left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, and the right side of the brain controlling the left side of the body. Most people are right-handed dominant. You will have a dominant eye and a dominant ear as well. In most people, the left hemisphere is the dominant hemisphere, but for people who are left-handed, about 1/3 of them, their speech function and skilled hand control may be located on the right side. The left side of the brain is the logical side. It takes pieces of information and lines them up and arranges them in order. The left side is responsible for words, logic, numbers, analysis, list, linear, and sequence, as well as names. The left side is known as the verbal side. The left side deals with reasoning, analytical thought process. Now, for the right side of the brain. The right side of the brain is responsible for understanding things as a whole. In learning or school settings, the right side of the brain will have difficulty following a lecture unless they are given the big picture. Therefore, having an overview or reading the chapter before the lecture is necessary for right-sided dominant people to understand. The right side is known as the creative side. The right side uses feelings, images, philosophy, knows object function, is a risk-taking side, and the right side is responsible for remembering faces. This side is known as the nonverbal side. Now that we know a little bit about what each side does, let's see how to balance the sides. It is hard for the Western society to be balanced because our society is so left-brain dominant. So the way we learn everything is through the left brain. So we're going to start with what you should do to help your left side of the brain out to be more balanced if you're right side brain dominant. You want to become more of a thinker and not a filler. You want to do crossword puzzles or do math or something with numbers. You want to learn new words or a language, maybe even read a book. You want to be organized and follow a schedule. These are things that can help with daily lives, maybe once or twice a week if you're not organized. As for the right side, if you're left brain dominant, you want to do things that will stimulate the right side, like visualization or draw, like doodling or even memory games. You want to do something that could involve the use of your hands, like pottery or building something. You want to use your imagination and be creative. So such things like meditation, where you're focusing in on yourself and your thoughts, or visualization, where you're visualizing an image or something that we do in class, really promotes right side brain function. So you want to live in the moment and see the bigger picture as a right-sided for the right side. You can also go to sites like Lumosity.com, or they even have an app for your phone, and it has games or exercises to try and help improve brain function and improve the balance of the two sides. So let's talk about why it is important to have a balance of the brains. We'll take a look at, like, say, an engine. And if an engine is properly balanced and tuned, that is when you will get the most power and function out of the engine. So the same goes for the brain. If you have a balanced brain, you will then have high levels of creativity, performance, fulfillment, and just a real genuine happiness. A balanced brain will have feelings and thoughts that complement one another. Our sense of well-being is felt when you have a balanced brain. We can be more resilient and ready for whatever life has to offer us. This is because we know how to cope with ourselves in life as a whole when our brain is balanced. With a balanced brain, we will think faster, clearer, and more effectively. Having a balanced brain generates thoughts and ideas and feelings that are true to us. Having a balanced brain is being balanced within ourselves. So this really goes along with the class, and balancing yourselves, you also have to pretty much balance your brain. So now I have a few questions for you guys. What side of the brain is more dominant for you? If you don't know, you can go to this website and take the little test, and then give me your answer on what's more dominant for you with what they told you. 2, did you know which brain was dominant for you? And do you believe that the test on determining what side of the brain is accurate for you? Depending on if you are left side more than right side or vice versa, what could you do to have a more balanced brain? If you're already balanced, what are some things that you already do to keep this balance? Alright, and that is the end. Thank you so much and have a wonderful week.